Welcome back. When you think of virtual reality, most would think about gaming until now. With over 30 million VR users, V-Nova PresenZ is turning heads by transforming animated movies into fully immersive experiences. And here with us now, more on how they're using this groundbreaking technology to bring you brand new movie viewing experiences with V-Nova CEO Guido Meardi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Corina. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Well, I'm excited about this. Please describe the V-Nova PresenZ technology for us and what makes it such a breakthrough in entertainment.
Yeah, no, it's super. You know, we're very excited because effectively we're launching a very relevant step change in movie viewing. And, you know, when cinema was born, you know, the vision and the dream that the Lumiere brothers brought to us was really to immerse people in stories, into visual stories, teleporting us to another place. And so far, we went progressively from motion pictures to video plus audio to bigger screens and then 3D stereoscopic video. But it was always with a screen in front of us. And basically, we could just watch it with our head still. But the dream was always to be immersed, like we are immersed in the real world when we can look around and we can look around objects, etc. And what we achieved with V-Nova PresenZ and the latest virtual reality headsets is precisely that dream. So we achieved it and made it possible. So viewers can now step into a story with the quality of a Hollywood movie, you know, the same as a movie, not a video game, but they can move around and look around exactly like we do in a three-dimensional video game. So it's really three-dimensional. It's not a video. Technically, we call it volumetric or a point cloud, but it doesn't really matter. So it feels like real reality. People can look around, and most importantly, it eliminates the motion sickness that is typical of certain virtual reality experiences.
Wow, this is incredible. I'm just seeing some of the images on the screen here, and it kind of makes me wonder, when we're talking about viewing movies or entertainment in this way, is it changing the way that it's being produced or directed, written perhaps, since it almost feels like it's like a POV, like you're experiencing it from your own point of view, being inside the movie, and perhaps you look to your left or your right as though that is the true experience that you're having.
Yeah, the really interesting thing about this format is that it doesn't require to change the way we produce because effectively it allows you to be inside a movie like Avatar 3 or Mufasa and really be there. And the production pipelines of computer graphics and visual effects already enables three-dimensional objects. So a lot of the videos that we see at the movies or in streaming services originally were already three-dimensional. So what we allowed is to essentially unleash the three-dimensionality that was already in a lot of content, which means that it's very inexpensive to port a lot of existing library content and also a lot of upcoming productions, because there are hundreds of millions of dollars in new productions that are already suitable for this format, and so very easily they can be ported into this new way of viewing the same content. Then, of course, creatives will experiment with ways to leverage the fact that you are inside, and so instead of just doing the normal editing styles, you can think about different things. But it doesn't need to. It's beautiful to watch existing stories in a new way.
Well, now what we need you guys to start working on is how to make how can we have experience smells while we're in there, and all the different sensory perceptions.
In certain cases, it may be better to leave it at
well,
visual.
Please let us know, what is the future for V-Nova PresenZ, and where do you see the company going and the development of this particular technology?
Yeah, first of all, the most important thing is that we want people to try it, because as much as I can say it's phenomenal and everybody that did try it said, oh my God, I didn't know it was possible, it's important that as many people as possible try it. So we launched an app called ImmersiX, which comes from the fusion of the two words immersive and 6 degrees of freedom, which means you can look around all you want. And so ImmersiX gives already a number of exciting pieces of content that people can try out. In particular, there's an experience called Shark Karma involving a 15-meter shark, so it's also pretty emotional for people.
Yeah.
There's a music experience designed and written by legendary Diane Warren, the most famous songwriter of all times, which is simply beautiful, and performed by singer Arilena Nahara. So there's already content that people can download and play back if they have a virtual reality headset. And the app already launched on Steam and will also launch for the Apple Vision Pro and the Meta Quest store very, very soon. And then, of course, our ultimate goal is to enable filmmakers, producers, music artists to unleash this format and make people experience things that they've never experienced before in a new and beautiful way.
Oh, that is amazing. So again, if you could please share with our audience how they can sample the V-Nova PresenZ. You mentioned an app and where they can download that for their, if they do have the VR equipment, how can they do that?
Yeah. It's very simple. There are kind of several stores for VR users. Currently, there are about 35 million people that are monthly users of virtual reality, and there are several stores. So we already released the app for the Steam VR store. So it's very simple, going there and typing ImmersiX. There's a host of free content as well as premium content. Then in a couple of months, we'll launch also for the Apple Vision Pro. And then immediately after the summer, also for the Meta Quest devices.
And we have the website on the screen right now. And let me ask you, what is your favorite experience that you recommend to our audience first that they should try to just get hooked?
My favorite experience is not yet public, but will be soon. So I'm not at liberty to expose it as yet. But as I said before, it's possible to take existing phenomenal content that people are very familiar with and port it to this format. And we've done that with major Hollywood studios, and it's just amazing. So the current content that people can download and watch is, if you want low-budget production content, showcase content, very soon people will be able to see what happens when you combine this format with very high-budget production content, and the results are just purely awe.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Guido. And the next time we talk to each other, make sure that you're working on the smell portion of the, the virtual reality.
About that. Although it's dangerous for some of the experiences.
Thank you so much.